everybody. This is just a video for anybody out there. Now I got like 300 or something subscribers, so I maybe talk to maybe 20 or 30 of them on like a regular basis, you know, on here, whatever, watch my videos, comment on my videos, email and stuff like that. But there's also, so I have X amount of subscribers that don't comment, but I know they watch. So hopefully there's some new preppers out there that this will help you guys out. I was talking to somebody the other day, and they want to get into prepping. They don't know where to start. You know, they don't know how they're supposed to. You know, they're telling me that they you know, they want to start with their food preps and their ammo preps, and they want to be prepared for, you know, for a hurricane. They want to be prepared for a famine and world without rule of law, and they want to be prepared for all kinds of crazy stuff all at one time. That's great and everything, but it's not very feasible to start out that way. You usually can't just start out putting everything together all at once. You gotta usually start out in stages. So there's a lot of us out there, you know, we got a lot of experience, we've been through a lot of different things, experienced different things, and we've been doing this for a long time. So a lot of us out there, we prepared or try to be prepared for, you know, the worst case scenario in every scenario. And that being said, it took a lot of us a long time to get to this point where we're prepared for all these things. So my suggestion for the new preppers, new survivors, so let's take it one step at a time. Pick one thing to focus on and then build off it. For instance, if you want to start, let's say, start with a bug out vehicle, okay? You start working on a bug out there. You start getting some preps ready for it. You get some sleeping gear in there, first aid kit. Alright, well, you're getting a first aid kit together for your bug out vehicle. Alright, now you take some of that time you got. Now we're working on that. You take some extra items aside and you start putting them aside for your home first aid kit, or vice versa. And you build on it. Alright, then the same thing like your food preps. Let's say you start prepping for your food. You put bug out vehicle as your starting point. You're getting some grab and go bucket storage things, you know, together that you could throw in the vehicle and take off in case of an emergency, or you're just getting it ready to stock emergency food in your vehicle. While you're working on that, start getting the pantry stocked up. Slowly but surely. Get your freeze-dried goods, your MREs. Start working on that slowly. And as you're doing with that, eventually, okay, you got some extra space in the pantry, start getting a little ammo storage going. And build up from there. You know, first thing first, everybody, the tactical is great, by the way, but ammunition's important. I'm not saying definitely you want to focus on your ammunition and firearms. But start off with what you need to sustain your family first: food, water, shelter. Go from there. Build off of that. You know, if you're planning on, you know, stocking up on firearms and ammunition, you know, don't worry about going out there and buying 3 AR-15s, 2 shotguns, 6 9mm, and all the ammo in the world. Get into reloading. Try to get into reloading. And the way what I would suggest doing that, if you want to get into that, to stock up on ammo, take your time. First gun you're going to buy should be a 12-gauge shotgun. I always say that. Pretty much all of us survivors, preppers agree 12-gauge shotgun is where you want to start. Pick up a 12-gauge shotgun. Ammunition's cheap enough. You start stocking up on that. Over time, you save up some money, you buy another gun. Start saving up, start stocking up on ammo for that. You get the time, start getting to reloading. You want to get reloading, start slow. Invest, you know, 40, 50 bucks, I think they are, to get a reload, shotgun reloader. Start reloading on shotgun shells. Very simple to use little contraption. Very easy to do. Almost anybody can do it. I think Steph Sergeant PA has some videos on it. I don't know if YouTube pulled it because YouTube's kind of being a prick these days. But, you know, reloading videos, somehow they think that's like making guns because they're reloading. I don't know what YouTube's problem is. But PA had some great videos on reloading. Check out his channel for that. You should be able to, you know, learn some from those. If they're still there, PA, I don't know because I've watched them all, but it's been a long time. I know YouTube's been really giving everybody a hard time, but check out Step 1 Survival's channel, see if you can see if his reloading videos are still there. Good stuff. PA teaches a lot, he knows a lot about reloading. It's definitely worth checking out. But that's a good place to get started, you know, with reloading is shotgun shells. Reloading shotgun shells are probably the easiest thing in the world to reload. Don't burn yourself out. Don't try to do everything at one time. Now that opening picture, the opening thumbnail, yeah, that's me and my get up there with the gas mask and everything. You know, it takes time, it takes money to prep and to get into the whole routine. That doesn't mean that you can't do it on a budget. but you're gonna have to do it over time. A lot of us didn't acquire all this stuff for survival in a year, in 5 years. For most of us, it took a very long time to get to the points where we're at. And you're never done prepping. You're never done prepping, so it's okay for it to take a long time. So take your time. Start out slow. Build on what you can. Focus on one item, whether it be food, whether it be water, whether it be a bug out vehicle, whether it be ammunition, and then use that as a stepping stone to build on it. But also, you can build on each scenario one at a time if need be, which is good sometimes if you got family that's not really getting it, doesn't want to get into it. Because a lot of times whole households don't want to get into the whole prepping thing, and it takes some work to get everybody on the same page. So look at it this way: if you live in an area that's a heavy flood zone, or hurricanes, or tornadoes, whatever the natural disaster might be, earthquakes, volcanoes, whatever, focus on what you need to prep for that first. You know, whether it be bugging out, whether it be, you know, a hurricane, how you would deal with a power outage. Focus on that. Okay, now you got yourself prepared for storm preparedness. Now you start working on, you know, a tactical situation. Now you start working on that. Take it one step at a time. Some people are going to disagree with me on this. Probably going to say, yes, John, invest all your money, do whatever you can, try to do it all in one shot. It's not really practical. It's very hard to do this all in one shot unless, you know, you really got the money, you're really wealthy. Unfortunately, a little sun glare there. Unfortunately, I know I wasn't, so took me a lot of time, a lot of energy over a lot of years to get to the point where I'm at. I mean, it took me a long time just to get the new homestead property that I bought. It took me forever to save up enough money to do that, but I did it. But I did it over time. I didn't rush it. So that's the best thing I could say. Is first of all, definitely don't rush it, because rushing your preps, you know, you're gonna make mistakes, you're gonna forget things, you're gonna leave things out. And don't try to go right out and be like you see me in that opening thumbnail there. That's not really, you should be your number one priority. Should not be you know, the whole tactical setup. But I mean, don't get me wrong, preps for nuclear and chemical biological warfare, it's definitely something to be concerned about. It's definitely something to prep for. But again, all that stuff costs money. Start somewhere. You know, start somewhere. They're going to start preparing for that, for, you know, PPE, which is personal protective equipment, that type of stuff. Start off with, you know, gloves, N95 masks. You know, work your way up to the better gas mask. Work your way up to hazmat suits if you want. Work your way up to that stuff. Don't try to do it all at one time. You know, budget. You work within your budget, work within your means, and do it over time. And any prep is better than no prep. So anybody out there tells you that, you know, you're behind the game if you don't have this, you don't have that. The fact that you have anything puts you ahead of the game over somebody else, because there's a lot of people out there that don't do shit, don't take no time, and say nothing's ever gonna happen. I've seen stuff happen, shit happens. So the fact that you're just prepping for anything, even if it's a matter of just keeping some extra cases of water in your household, a little extra food, a little extra bullets, if that's all you can afford to do, then guess what? Don't be ashamed of that. That means you're 100 steps ahead of a lot of other people out there that don't prepare for shit. So, that being said, I hope everybody's having a great day. I hope this maybe reaches some, you know, some of the new preppers and survivors out there. Hopefully this was somewhat helpful. Or maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. I don't know. I try to keep it helpful, try to help people out. You know, this is for the new or novice survivors, you know, prepper out there. Just a little food for thought for you guys. Don't try to prepare for everything at one time. I'll say that one last time. Take your time. If you can prepare, if you got the money, you got a couple $100,000 in the bank, and you could spend it, and you could take the time to take all your martial arts classes, you could take the time to take all your medical courses, you can afford to build a med bay in your house and have a floor-to-ceiling food locker full of freeze-dried goods that last for 25 years, and you can order monthly subscriptions to Wise Food Company and have buckets and buckets of freeze-dried emergency foods shipped to your house every day. You know, that's, God bless you, more power to you. Most of us can't do that, so take your time, do what you can, work within your budget. Any prep is better than no prep. Don't let anybody else tell you otherwise. You want to get into any of that type of training, Take one course at a time if that's all you can afford. You can take just a simple, I say sometimes, martial arts class. I don't care if it's boxing, taekwondo, jiu-jitsu, whatever it is. You've got a local place within your budget. Find one. Take one class at a time. You know, if you can take some med courses, anything like that, do it when you can. Learn. Meet up, link up with people. A great way to get the mental preparedness and the knowledge is to make friends with other people that have other sets of skills. That's an easy, free way to prepare, is to become friends. And I mean literally, legitimately become friends. Not just use people, I don't believe in that, but become friends with some people out there that know things you don't. Become friends with a trauma nurse. If you can find one, become friends with them. Socialize. You know, maybe they'll be interested in surviving too, but find people you can learn from. And like I said, I don't mean use. If you're going to be friends with somebody, be friends with somebody. Don't just use people, because that shit is wrong. I hate when people use people. All right? So that's it. I just went off on a tangent again. But anyway, hopefully this gives you guys some food for thought. New preppers, novice preppers, survivalists. Learn from what a lot of us seasoned people out there say. I think I'm seasoned. I don't know. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Who knows? But I think I know what I'm talking about. So there's a lot of other good channels out there to watch. You can go through my subscriptions, check out a lot of channels out there, especially for new preppers out there. You know, check out Step 1 Survival. Check out Die Bullfrog 79, Westwind Survival, Savage Survival. You know, Will over at Just in Time Prepping's got a lot of interesting stuff, a lot of different views on things. You know, he's got some really cool stuff to teach you guys. You know, there's a lot of good channels out there. I'm not trying to leave people out. This isn't really about shout outs. It just happened to happen that way. But check these channels out, guys. You guys can learn a lot from them as well. Scroll through my channel. Maybe you'll find something that'll help you out. Maybe you won't. Maybe you hate my channel. Who knows? All right, everybody. Hope this helped. God bless. Stay safe. Stay strong. Have a great day. And see you guys in the next one. Take care.